5 Stoic practices that can be adopted in everyday life. 1. Focus on your intention. The wise man in every situation considers the intention rather than the result. Seneca, Letters to Lucilius. Imagine an archer trying to hit a target. His bow is strong, his arrows are balanced, and he has adjusted his position to answer the sun. He is as prepared as he can be, but an unexpected wind blows his arrow off course. He's failed. Well, not exactly. This archer metaphor is one of the most popular Stoic metaphors because it illustrates a key tenet of the philosophy. Intentions are everything. Just as the archer does his best to hit the target, the Stoics do anything to achieve the good. However, whether they actually do or not is irrelevant. Regardless of the outcome, the important thing is that they did their best. As you go through the day, focus less on the results and more on the intention. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve, and have I done everything possible to know when to take and let go, control? The only conditions that are really and always under your control are the internal conditions of your mind and subject to your will. Cicero, Tusculan Discourses. There are things you can control, your thoughts and actions, and things you can't, almost everything else. Knowing the difference between the two is central to Stoic practices. Stoics only think about things they can control. Why worry about the weather, the traffic, or that annoying coworker you can't stand? There is nothing you can do about it. Instead, focus on your thoughts and actions. You can't control whether it will rain, but you can bring an umbrella. Don't worry about traffic. Just leave 10 minutes early. Try to contain your frustration with your coworker and react with kindness, not anger. The next time you feel anxious about something, ask yourself if you are in control of doing something about it. If it is, then fix it. If not, then don't worry about it. 3. Keep an open mind, not a judgmental one. Throw away your presumptuous ideas, for it is impossible for a person to begin to learn what he thinks he already knows. Stoic practices are about wisdom, and nothing stands in the way of wisdom more than preconceived notions. Whether you know it or not, we all have internal biases that affect our thinking, which can disrupt our daily lives. Stoics know that in order to achieve true wisdom, they must overcome these inner thoughts. But sometimes that's easier said than done. Oftentimes, we may not even know when these thoughts occur to us. Every time you find yourself forming an opinion, stop and think about your thought process. Do you make assumptions or rely on stereotypes? Consider what might influence your opinion and how you can open your mind to more possibilities. 4. Appreciate each day. Death of Seneca painting. Accept that today you are dead and your life story is over, and henceforth consider the time to come, which may be given you as an unpledged surplus, and live it in harmony with nature. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations. One of the things the Stoics are most famous for is the infamous practice of memento mori, which is Latin for remembering death. Stoicists believe that you should imagine the worst possible outcome of a situation, which often results in imagining your own death, and accept it. Sounds sick, right? But Stoics believe this. Either the actual outcome is much better than you thought, or if the worst case scenario happens, you've already dealt with it. It may sound depressing, but reflecting on mortality can help you make the most of every day you're given. Remember that every day is a gift, a reminder to live life to the fullest, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. As you go through the rest of this week, remind yourself every morning that today could be your last. You may find yourself appreciating each day a little more. 5. Think about your business. A wise man meddles little or nothing and does his own thing. Chrysippus. Stoicism is often misrepresented as a harsh and uncaring philosophy because of its doctrine of indifference. Just as Stoics don't worry about things outside of their control, they don't care to get involved in things that don't concern them. Instead, they focus on improving themselves. Although this way of thinking may seem selfish, it can be a very beneficial way to avoid negativity and conflict. Most problems stem from internal perceptions that affect external relationships. By prioritizing yourself, you are freed from the expectations of others and can achieve inner peace. The next time you find yourself caught up in someone else's drama, take a moment to think about whether it's affecting you and whether it's worth the energy.